So the next area that we're going to focus on is YouTube. And this is similar to display network, a great place for people to be influenced by your advertisement, even though they might not already be aware of your product yet. So in terms of some YouTube fast facts, we noticed that right now there are over 1.9 billion people watching a total of 1 billion hours of YouTube a day, which is a crazy amount of people and a crazy amount of time being spent because it shows that on average, people spend around half an hour on YouTube a day. And we noticed that, at least in the US, adults 18 to 49 spend more time on YouTube than any other TV network. So a lot of the eyes that have been traditionally on TV have now shifted more to digital capacity, which is a great opportunity as a marketer or as an entrepreneur to be able to reach them. So with YouTube, it's really important to match your messaging to your user. So again, thinking back to how you create a message that resonates with your target audience, you can then use that in order to try to reach people via different audience types. An example of different audience types, we might be familiar with some of the ones that we discussed, like remarketing. So when you create a list of people that have already been on your website or might have already watched a YouTube video of yours, you can show those people a YouTube ad. You can also use similar audiences, which are Google generated audiences based off of your remarketing lists, designed to try to emulate them. So based off of a lot of the insights that we can glean from people on your remarketing list, we create a similar audience list of people very close to those. Then we also have ones like custom intent. So let's say you have keywords on search that perform really well for you. You can actually create an audience in YouTube of those same keywords, and anyone that searches for those keywords on Google search as well as in YouTube search is eligible to see your ad. They don't even have to come to your website beforehand to be included on this list. Then we also have some slightly broader audience types as well too, such as in market, so people that are actively searching for a certain product. We have a wide range of these different areas, ranging from people that are actively searching for buying plants or people searching for art supplies. And we also have some ones specifically for B2B audience as well. So people that are searching for business and productivity software, people that are searching for tax or business tools. That's the in-market audience. And then from there, we get a little bit broader to life events. So you can reach people based off of if they're looking to move soon, they're looking to buy a car, looking to adopt a pet, things like that. And we also have detailed demographics. So this can range from interests and things like employment, companies that they work at, location, and things like that too. Based off of how specific you want to make your YouTube campaign targeted to your audience, you have a wide range of factors that you can include there. Then when you're thinking about your YouTube ad, it's really important to make sure that the ad is simple and succinct. So what I usually recommend for people getting started on YouTube is a True View for Action ad. So what that will do is you would have around 30 seconds of advertising time that is basically before you are charged for a view, because YouTube functions on a cost per view basis. And then after that, people are eligible to watch your entire ad, but I would recommend the first 30 seconds is going to be the most impactful portion, because that's when people would watch up until when they can skip. From there, you can basically create an ad that has your headline or your image or logo in the beginning. Then you would have an ad that's really engaging to people. So potentially you could explain what your product is doing to help those. It can be interesting or funny. It could be a customer testimonial. And then you would have your logo at the end. And then with the True View for Action format, we actually will overlay a call to action and a button on the side. So even after your ad is finished showing, on the right-hand side, when you're watching a normal video after the conclusion of an ad, you'll still see the ad being displayed there with the option to go to the website to learn more. So in terms of this, to conclude this session on different types of Google paid search products, you want to be able to match the entire customer journey to different platforms and different audiences in order to accomplish certain goals. So if we're thinking about this from the awareness phase, so people that are trying to be made aware of your product, you would have different platforms that you could leverage, like YouTube, the display network, and potentially search, but in a non-brand format. So maybe like very broad Google search. Then you could match it with audience types such as demographic or in-market audiences, and your goal might be a soft conversion, like people watching your video through to completion, or people coming to your sites, people spending time on your site. Then from there, if you're thinking one step farther down in the marketing funnel for interest, you can use the same platforms, but you might use slightly more specific audiences. So you might use something like a custom intent audience. You might use a remarketing audience or a similar audience. And then your goal would be there to have a form fill or a call or a sale. Then in the consideration phase, you could use the same platforms, but you could also add in something within search, like brand search. You could have more of a display or marketing approach. And from here, you would try to get people all the way through the sales cycle. And then lastly, if you're thinking about the very bottom of the funnel, your most valuable customers that are advocates of you, you could use something like YouTube for re-engagement in order to try to reach people and tell them, hey, I have a new product, or hey, maybe I'm offering a certain deal, you should come back and buy again. So these are different examples of how you can match the customer journey to different platforms within Google, as well as an overview of the audiences and conversions that you could expect to anticipate from each of those different areas. So that concludes our Google Ads session. Again, my name is Carmella. So excited to be a part of the Women Entrepreneurs Global's platform, and hope you found this helpful. Thanks again.